Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. If only Young and Restless, Aristotle Dumas had more in common with Beetlejuice, by now we'd have met him 100 times over, considering how often his name has been uttered. But finally, the stage is set for the mystery man's introduction. There's no way on earth that he doesn't crash Nikki's birthday party, right? Everyone who is anyone will be there and dressed to the nines. It's the perfect occasion for Genoa City's new mover and shaker to make his presence known, and, we'll wager, reveal that Billy Flint Chad, Days of Our Lives, is playing the part. Few characters in recent memory have been given so lengthy an introduction as Mystery Man Dumas. So often has he been mentioned that some viewers, not to mention a few of our own editors, find themselves frustrated by the slow-to-unfold story. Historically, parties on soaps tend to take very big, very dramatic turns. In fact, General Hospital just used their annual nurses' ball to have a much-loved character return to the canvas with a new face. A face, by the way, longtime viewers will never forget David Kimball terrorizing Danny, Cricket and Nina at the Masquerade Ball. More recently, the epic party thrown to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the founding of Newman Enterprises saw chaos break out after Victoria was stabbed by someone targeting Amanda. So while Victoria is doing everything in her power to plan a night her mother will never forget, she might want to make sure there's extra security on hand. Because whether or not we finally get a glimpse of the much-discussed Dumas, it's a safe bet that things will not go as planned. While you're here, check out the below photo gallery of all the enemies Victor has vanquished. Dumas might want to think twice before playing chess with the Black Knight. Young and Restless preview. Consider Nikki's Party Crashed. By Aristotle Dumas. Genoa City never does anything halfway. Glitter, champagne, and betrayal often spill from the same glass, especially when Nikki Newman is at the center of it all. As spring stirs the air with a hint of something electric, Nikki plans an intimate soiree to reassert her poise, power, and presence. But when an unexpected storm rolls in, not from the sky, but through the door, her party turns into something much more theatrical, a reckoning. This week on The Young and the Restless, a celebration becomes a spectacle, as secrets long buried claw their way to the surface, reputations begin to crack, and Nikki's iron-willed composure is tested in ways she never saw coming. Setting the scene, the return of elegance. It starts with an invitation. Embossed, subtle, and refined, much like Nikki herself. The guest list is exclusive, only the most elite of Genoa City's glitterati. The Newmans, the Abbotts, a few hand-picked society players, all summoned for an evening of curated elegance at the Newman Ranch. Nikki sees this evening as a restorative performance. She's weathered a turbulent year, falling off the wagon, mending family fractures, and confronting old demons. This party is her declaration that the phoenix has risen once more. With Victoria helping behind the scenes and Victor's tacit blessing, the evening is designed as a statement. Nikki Newman is once again in control. Of course, in Genoa City, control is often an illusion, and illusions tend to shatter just as the champagne flows. Party crashers and plot twisters. The night begins as planned, candlelight dances on crystal, laughter swirls like perfume in the air, and classical music tugs at the corners of conversation. But just as Nikki lifts her glass for a toast, the French doors creak open. Enter Claire Grace. Yes, that Claire, the long-lost granddaughter. The girl raised in captivity, twisted by her mother's hatred, manipulated by her grandmother Jordan. The girl who nearly destroyed Nikki's life, and nearly ended it. Her very presence is a live wire. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Victor's jaw clenches. Victoria goes pale. Nick steps forward instinctively. And Nikki stares. Claire doesn't flinch. I came to say thank you, she says, her voice calm, too calm. For the second chance. But is that all she came for? The dangerous grace of forgiveness. Forgiveness, especially in Genoa City, is never unconditional. Claire's presence ignites old wounds, but also stirs something else, uncertainty. She's poised, collected, even contrite. But is she playing a long game? Or is she truly seeking redemption? Nikki, ever the performer, manages a gracious nod and allows Claire to stay. The social veneer holds, but tension thickens. Guests murmur. Phyllis sharpens her curiosity like a knife. Summer pulls Kyle aside and whispers, "Who let her in?" Audra listens, smirking, from the edge of the room. Victor, rarely rattled, keeps his eye trained on Claire with the precision of a hunter. He's not convinced this surprise appearance is as innocent as it seems. And he's right. A whispered warning. While Nikki tries to hold her party together, Jack Abbott, ever the charming adversary, pulls her aside for a private word. He's not there for the party, not really. He's there for Nikki. I hope you know what you're doing, he says gently. The past doesn't always stay buried just because we will it too. Nikki's eyes flash, but she thanks him. She's always appreciated Jack's insight, even when it bites. As he walks away, she notices another unexpected arrival. Seth, the man from her meetings. The man who saw her at her most vulnerable. The man whose past is checkered, to say the least. He isn't on the guest list. He shouldn't be here, and yet, here he is, sipping from a tumbler, watching her too closely. Nikki's hand trembles. The past she fought so hard to distance herself from is crashing in all at once, not through melodrama but through memory. Through the faces of those who know what she would rather forget. Tensions rise, truths slip. As the night stretches, the energy turns volatile. Abby and Devon argue in a corner over something barely concealed. Diane finds herself trading icy words with Ashley, while Tucker prowls the perimeter, his motives ever ambiguous. But it's Audra who stokes the real fire. With her signature smirk and unerring instinct for drama, she corners Claire with a glass of wine and a slow, poisonous smile. So what's the play? She asks. Rebrand yourself as the Lost Princess? Or are you just here to collect Newman stock in person? Claire doesn't rise to the bait, not yet, but others are listening. Adam steps in before things escalate. Not out of chivalry, necessarily, but because he knows a storm when he smells one. Nikki's breaking point. It happens subtly at first, a flicker of discomfort, a stumble over a word. Nikki excuses herself, breath catching, as she retreats to the hallway. There, alone for the first time all evening, she breathes in, out. Then she hears footsteps. It's Seth. He's followed her. He wants to talk. About her sobriety, about the last time they saw each other, about the things he's noticed. His concern isn't cruel, but it's deeply unwelcome. You're slipping, Nikki, he says. You're trying to pretend it's all fine, but I see the signs. She snaps. Don't you dare, she hisses. Don't you dare come into my home and speak to me like you know me. But the damage is done. Nikki's facade is cracked. She returns to the party just in time to hear the crescendo of an argument, Victor and Nick clashing over Claire's presence, over trust, over family. And then Claire herself steps into the fray. She's had enough. You invited me into your lives, she says to the room. Or at least pretended to. I've tried to earn my place. But maybe I was foolish to think I could ever belong here. She turns to Nikki. I came here because I admire your strength. Because I wanted to see if I had any of it in me. I thought maybe you of all people would understand what it means to fall, and get back up. Silence. Nikki doesn't answer. The aftermath. The party ends not with cheers or toasts, but with scattered departures and lingering stares. What was meant to be Nikki's triumphant return has become a collision of past and present, of secrets and scars. Claire vanishes into the night, alone. Seth leaves wordlessly. Victor consoles Nikki, but even his arms feel heavy. Jack sends a quiet text before he leaves. I'm here if you need a friend. The house falls quiet. Nikki, standing before a darkened mirror, removes her earrings and studies herself. Not the version she presented to the world tonight, but the woman beneath. The survivor, the addict, the mother, the fighter. The cracks are real, but so is the strength. And perhaps, tomorrow, the rebuilding can begin. Looking ahead, the fallout from Nikki's shattered soiree will ripple across Genoa City. Trusts broken, alliances redrawn, old flames flickering again, and beneath it all, the question of whether Claire Grace is truly reformed, or simply reloaded. Victor will double down on protecting the family legacy, even if it means locking out his own granddaughter. Nikki must confront whether her sobriety is as solid as she wants to believe. And the return of Seth may prove more destabilizing than anyone, including Nikki, expects. Meanwhile, Audra smells opportunity. And Audra never lets an opportunity go to waste. In the world of the restless, nothing stays buried. And every glittering party hides a blade. So consider Nikki's party crashed, but more than that, consider it the prologue to the next great war in Genoa City. Aristotle Dumas writes long-form previews and character studies for the young and the restless universe. He believes every martini has a secret, and every chandelier crash has meaning. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Update World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.